Hey, this is Stefan.
And this is Ada, and welcome to Living Simply in Mexico.
So today we're going to give you the house tour of our new house.
We've only been here for about 2 weeks. We haven't done much more than just clean it and just sort of exist. We already had our first guest who stayed here for a week. My cousin from Spokane and her family came, and it was great. So we already had somebody testing out all the rooms.
One of the things I wanted to mention, this is coming after I did a little house tour. So this will be inserted before. This house is a gathering place. It's for family. It's for friends.
And it's historical.
It's historical. It's a little bit for our business. We'll have business meetings here. Ada will have wellness retreats here, and so that's what this is all about. And so as I walked through here on these upcoming slides, I felt nervous. Like, oh, here's the bedroom, and here's the bathroom, and oh, this is like Casa Kimberly.
Yeah. This is
It was weird. It was weird. So this, I just wanted to have like a preemptive strike to that because it felt weird. But I hope you do get a sense, and hopefully, if you're looking at houses or if you're looking at designs and things of that nature. Granted, we haven't done nothing to this yet. We need to put up a lot of things. Hopefully, this will be helpful to you.
All right, so one of the reasons why we absolutely love this house, and actually was the first reason we looked at it to be interested in buying, was the fact that it was by construido by Guillermo Wulff. And there's a number of really great architects and builders in Puerto Vallarta, and Guillermo Wulff was one. Freddie Romero is another one that you'll see here in Gringo Gulch, and you'll see some really some great houses by them. And so when we saw this and it was for sale, we couldn't not look at it. So, and then we got stuck from there to go forth and make a purchase. One of the reasons why we like Guillermo Wulff so much as an architect and seeing this house is that it has it's very similar to Casa Kimberly, which is Elizabeth Taylor's house here in Puerto Vallarta. He designed and constructed both Casa del Arroyo, this house, and Casa Kimberly, which is kind of crazy. The interesting thing is if you look at old pictures of both the houses, they look actually quite similar. This is just a mini version of it. They renovated the Casa Kimberly to be something different now. So up here you'll see the steps, and it basically crisscrosses up a hill.
This stuff over here, so there's a lot to be done on this first floor.
But that's for the maintenance video.
And yes, and we'll go into that.
We do have a lot of cats in the neighborhood.
Okay, so there is a story behind these cats. So the prior owner was very, very involved and still is in cat rescue. She's going to move out of the area. And so as you know, with Hurricane Nora sort of displacing some of the kitty cats, she was a little worried about, because the SPCA got wiped out. So anyways, we let her just keep the cats here until she goes, and she's going to take them with her. So Stefan's actually allergic to cats, they like him.
I love animals. And yes, and so there are a lot of cats in the neighborhood. So we've got some here.
Anyway, so there are our little guests for right now.
So let's show you. This is not the fanciest place to show first, but let's show you that there's a really cool, you kind of have to come up here, a utility room, which is
this is a place you can die. So we'll be addressing that in a minute.
So come on in. So this obviously we'll do some work with, but it's kind of cool. This could be like a little workshop or what. Now we're still trying to figure it out, but space, I'm not used to that. So this will be pretty cool. Obviously, if you looked at our previous episodes on our other house, washer and dryer, I'm pretty happy to have that. Makes life a little easier.
As you can see, Stefan barely makes.
Yes, I am 6'4", and so they made this thing pretty rock solid. I don't really have a problem with this, actually, surprisingly enough, but a pretty solidly built, kind of a mini castle, if you will, with just getting in here, which is pretty cool.
With a mini me door.
A little mini me door, exactly right. So coming up. Well, by the way, I mean, there's little touches. Obviously this house has had a number of owners over the years, and you can see where each owner has left their little fingerprint or thumbprint on the house. And so what's really cool is I think the owner previous to the current, they had a lot of murals, and you see those, and I kind of like them. It's kind of like a little bit of an archaeological assessment of the house. And of course, the other that they also did is they did a lot of great painting. They even painted this on the wall, which is just awesome. So if you're the previous owner and you painted this, great work. We actually love the touches you put on the house. So this is our main living room, which is absolutely crazy for us. It's quite big, and actually, part of the reason why we have the house is we now have 2 houses in Puerto Vallarta. This house is for family, it's for wellness retreats and other things. And so this is the one where when Ada saw this,
I'm like, we're moving this furniture around, doing Pilates class right there.
Exactly. So I believe you're going to have some wellness retreats here at plug for Ada. BeWellStayWell.net is her website, so you want to take a look at that. But what's really cool about this is not only the largeness of it and the cool columns that they painted, but also the fountain. And if you've ever been to Casa Kimberly, they have a similar except much more massive fountain.
Just a little.
Just a little, but it's still pretty cool. And the other thing with it is this is open air. So when it rains, this is the crazy thing. When it rains and it does downpour here, the water goes right into your living room and then through a drain that hopefully will continue to work.
We had a really cool downpour a couple weeks ago, and it was great because once again, we had all the windows open here, and so it was just having the pouring rain on both sides of us was really, really awesome.
Yeah, and a couple other things too. One of the things, I would love the stained glass. We're going to keep that in some manner, but the windows, the sliding doors, that's sort of for our next video of doing that. The other cool thing though is if you look at the ceiling, those are these are like hand sawed beams that they put up here. They're not structural, and you'll see some that are a little worn. But that was all hand sawed and then put in the house. And again, if you look at the Casa Kimberly, they had the same ones before they were renovated. So it's kind of a cool thing with that. So the house. Oh, by the way, the house is talk a little bit about that. The house was built before 1961. We don't have the history of the house, except we found that there was a vacation newsletter in 1961 called Islands in the Sun. And it had a picture of this house. So we know the house is older than 1961.
And they were renting back then.
Yes.
They were built as, I think, as rentals.
Yes.
And this was like $8 or $12 a night, depending, I think, on high season or low season or something or other.
Yeah, and we are in Gringo Gulch. And so, that's when folks would come down. It was a lot harder to get down here back in those days, and people would have their houses, and then they would rent them out. And so that's part of the house. The house additionally has, it's kind of crazy. We've got 4 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. And it's about, I think, 480 square meters or about 1,500 square feet. So it is a major difference than our other place and quite a commitment, really a legacy on our part of how we are living here in Mexico with this house.
All right, Stefan is much better in the kitchen than I am. So anyways, this is our kitchen number 1. Can't even use one. Anyway, got what you need and plenty of room for whatever stuff kitchens need. We brought our Berkey water filter from our other place, which is kind of cool. We kind of do the whole water thing where we fill it up and then dump it in. Makes it really easy. That's how we have our clean water to fill it further. Anyways, the house has a filtration system. Once it gets set, I'll probably still use this anyways, just in case. I don't know, it's a kitchen.
Yeah, and then the other thing, the weird thing is the stove. It's an older stove, but they're big on glass tops here, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
so yeah, you put it, so it's gas. We're looking at the pictures. I thought it was electric at first, but it's gas, so it works. Potential upgrade in the future.
And anyways, yeah, and then you gotta use the lid while you're down here. This is actually a really good use of space. A really brilliant use of space, actually. There's a little kind of mini little powder room in here with kind of with its hand tiles. So I kind of like this. I mean, if you're going to have a use of space where you don't stand up all the way, that's kind of a good one. So anyways, that I'm a fan of. Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Going upstairs, obviously there's a lot of wall work, a lot of things that need to put on the wall. Some bookshelves here. We're actually going to move those, put them in the bar, and have that. And let's go to our, should we go into our first bedroom?
Sure.
So we've got 4 bedrooms. They're all king-size beds with ensuite, whatever that is. Basically, it's got a bathroom. And this is the first one. And it's actually quite nice. In here, here's the bathroom, toilet. It's kind of a nice Mexican flavor to it since we are in Mexico. So this is the first bedroom we have. I feel like I'm like showing off like a hotel to like, come see this, but this is just our walkthrough. So bear with me here, this is kind of weird. This is a big house for me.
This is actually, I think, the prior owner called this the Saints room.
Oh, I love these pictures,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
I love that she left them.
This TV's going away.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't watch TV.
I love these pictures. These are just really awesome.
Even on the even on this little thing, there's like the little.
And you know what's interesting about this is one of the things up the street at Casa Kimberly, when Richard Burton lived there, he built a bar, and the bar had these, I believe, saints on the bar. I don't know where it went, but it was there before it was renovated. And this kind of reminds me of that. It's kind of a really cool sort of a look. But anyway, I'd love to have more of these. So if you know where to get stuff like this, I would love to hear about it because I think this has worked out really well in our house. Going to the next bedroom over here. This is a really, really nice bedroom. It's well prepared for our guests currently. In fact, our guests just stayed here. It's very similar to the other one, except it's obviously decorated a little bit different. It feels a little bit more cozy in that sense, a little bit of an Asia theme to it. And the bathroom is very different though. It's more of a natural stone style. Not quite sure what this area is used for right here, but it's big enough. Did that light just go on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, see another fix-it item. All right. So that is bedroom 2. Now, off these bedrooms, then we have our patio.
And a kitchen, another kitchen. Oh my gosh.
We do have a refrigerator and a cabinet, so we've got the cabinet going on, but we have like an outside bar. This is awesome, right, Ada?
Yes, this is the perfect height for us tall ones to to eat.
Yes, so we plan to put our shelving here with some booze there, so that'll be good. We've got a grill. It's probably really dirty since I just grilled. A grill here, which is nice. Yeah, so this is the bar area, which kind of flows into an outside hanging place, just to hang out. And so we had some people here last night. It was just tremendous. And the really cool part about this is we were looking at the house, we didn't realize what it was like at night. And the really nice thing is you've got a beautiful city view, you know, and that's something that we've never ever had, you know, in our lives. So that's really cool to sit out here and have some drinks, have some food, and just relax. And we have a pool, which is kind of crazy. It's a dipping pool, but the weird thing is with it is it's got it's not weird, but it's got a bar, and it's got bar seats inside, and which is nice.
Can you see those? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Bar seats inside, and then although the water goes all the way across underneath, there's a platform that's above, that's about 2 inches underneath the water that you can walk through or lay on. And I found myself just kind of laying against that and just looking out over the city at night, which is cool. Now out here is a pretty big patio. There's a lot of plants that we need to figure out because I don't know how these plants live in the baking sun unless you water them, you know, every day.
They're not looking so good.
Yeah, and so we've watered them, but any thoughts on that from people would be tremendous.
Statues.
Yeah, statues.
The other thing here is when we looked at the house originally, you could hear the river, but you couldn't see the river. But when Hurricane Nora came through, it actually washed out trees, sadly enough. But kind of a small silver lining is we actually can see the river now from our house, which is kind of weird. But it's beautiful, you know, especially at night, because there are lights and it sort of glows at night, which is really awesome. So this is the main area, which is, you know, outside. All right, the one thing on this level, and actually all the levels, that you'll notice is the lattice work on all of the railings, and that is pretty cool. And you'll walk around Puerto Vallarta, you'll see this, and I didn't realize how old a style this was. In fact, our construction person said that they don't make these just off the shelf anymore, and that there used to be a person that made them back in the day, and then a son took over, and then eventually it closed shop. So you'll notice that there's a few places around here that are broken that we'll need to fix for the maintenance video that we'll be doing. But that is something that we'll take into consideration. But it's a really cool look for the house. Going upstairs.
Oh, this, by the way, this is a little, just a storage area here.
It's a really big storage area that looks fancy.
Yeah. Fancy door. Behind it is a refrigerator.
So here's the steps up to the third floor. Now, I did want to point out that the second floor, this used to be a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath house. One of the previous owners added a third floor, and that's what you see here. In this, we'll show you there's a third bedroom and then the master bedroom. But before we go into the third bedroom, check this out. This is interesting. Stairs, pretty hefty stairs, basically goes down to the pool.
I don't know. Slide?
Exactly, a slide.
We thought this was really quirky, like why the heck? But actually, we have really enjoyed the fact that these stairs are here for these upstairs.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is when you're in and out of the pool a lot, you walk around and then you get water everywhere, and so this is a way that kind of you can get up to your bedroom without, you know, walking through the entire house, getting everything wet. Yeah, and this is another one. I think this was one of the previous owners. They obviously this has sort of been worn through, but I love this. I would love to have this reconditioned at some point versus just painting over, because they did such a wonderful job with this. I'd love to see more of that. So coming into the third bedroom, again, very similar to the others, except the ceilings are a lot higher. And we're always trying to figure out a way how to close and open that window. I've got a pole that Ada doesn't know yet, but that's one of the things. And then so then we have another bathroom. It looks like kind of the rest of the bathrooms, just a little higher ceilings. More of a Mexican touch on this one. And yeah, you know, I love about these bathrooms. Sorry, so I here. I love about these bathrooms how they're all tiled, and there's no like, you know, it's very simple.
No moldy curtain.
Yes, no moldy curtain in this one. So
in any of them, which is great.
They did a really good job. Obviously, we need to get stuff on the walls, and then comes the master. And again, we just put up some stuff. This is not like end decor by any means, but this is the master, and so it's kind of crazy big. We obviously need to have a rug here, another king size bed, but there's a lot of space in this. And then there's also an outside which is completely dirty, but we'll show it to you anyway. Bare feet. This, I'm thinking, we'll probably put like a table and chairs. You know, you could have almost like a self-contained living space here. This obviously needs to be redone, but it's a beautiful patio here with a great. You know,
there was an amazing sunset last night, like right over there.
Yeah, but what's really great is what's different than this house is it's got a great valley view up, and the mornings are just tremendous with the sun coming over. We water the plants every day, but I think what's happened is these plants are not very good in the sun, and so they keep on just dropping. And so this is one of the, again, maintenance items in another video. And then lastly is our bathroom. This is something that we are not used to, having a big bathroom. And so this is the maintenance stuff we do on the glass. It's a little rusted from the back, but
this is the bathroom. And the crazy thing is, this is new for Ada and I, is the double shower. So.
And we have double showered. It's fantastic.
It's awesome. But you know, where do your limits go? If you have like a double shower, right? Then you have to have like 2 toilets?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. So anyway, so that I believe is the tour of the house.
Kind of some other just cool things. You know, this house looks amazing at night when it's lit up. The prior owner, or whichever of the previous owners, when they redid, you know, the lighting and everything, it has such a warm, just a really warm, homey, inviting feel to it, and really a great place. I mean, we already had a couple gatherings here, and just a really fantastic sort of energy to entertain. So given that we've got all of our friends here and more, we keep meeting you guys, you know, this is some place that we're really, really excited about just having, like I said, it's just a really cool gathering place for, like I said, friends, family, and beyond. If you are interested in continuing to sort of follow us, certainly like and subscribe and comment.
Yes.
Comments are more important to us.
Yes,
We like to interact.
And feedback, you know, we love that. And yeah, hopefully we'll run into many of you in Puerto Vallarta, especially as we get into the winter season here. So take care, everybody.
All right, we'll see you later.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, wow.